Hey people, injured here, 3v3, Arena of Ashes, blue team, couple of Space Marine players. First up is dcfrans as a force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs, alongside sharkz as an Imperial Fists. Techmarine starts out range combat, can get a melee weapon, some really good damage output, can support with structures and repair. And rounding off this blue team is NaaY as an Eldar Warlock, melee commander that leaps into combat, awesome disruption and some good mobility, can also tank damage pretty well too, generally a pain in the ass. Red team, couple of Ork players. First up, Shiny Flash as a Warboss, melee commander that walks through objects, a very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. And we have Mehmu as a commander knob, infiltrating commander. This is what he's doing now. Can shoot you, stab you and blow you up. Orky style, begins range combat with a twin link shooter. There he goes, shooting up the Warlock, and alongside them is QuadWar as a Lord General. Starts off with this retinue of stormtroopers to help him out. Fights range combat, has some really great defense and support abilities. Arena of Ashes then, this is a remake of the Typhon Arena, and that's a dead Warlock, so we're going to see massive battles bottom and perhaps some mad dashes to top at the end. That's usually what happens on this map. Banshees forcing off those sluggers. This is the Blood Axes scheme. Top. This is a pretty cool scheme from dcfrans, I think. Nice colour scheme there. It's usually about, bashing gens. Whoever bashes these central powers the most usually wins, unless there's a really bad engagement somewhere. Sometimes it's the top player who comes down to bash it, but in this case it's QuadWar coming from the mid to bash. Meanwhile, top force commander chasing down shooters, and they're dropping models like crazy to bolter fire. Has to retreat them out. Warboss now chasing down those tactical marines. I'm sure he would have liked to get into combat quicker, which is why the angry bits are so popular for the Warboss. Allows them to get into combat quickly and tank more damage and tie things up. Scouts staying behind that cover there. Double sentinels for QuadWar with 2 guardsman squads also. Warlock throwing out his Destructor, which is one of his default abilities, and goes down in retreat. Yes, he does. Easy to revive him from there, but a bunch of XP handed out to those enemies. Having said that, sharkz will level now because of that revival. So it's almost not worth it taking down an enemy commander deep in their own territory, because you're going to gift a bunch of XP to a enemy commander for the revive. Force commander goes down. Tactical marines now in trouble, need to back away, maybe even retreat, getting caught on this cover here. Pathing issues, and they are forced to retreat. Where's the rest of his stuff? Has double tactical marines back at base. Assault marines on the way for sharkz. Rangers for NaaY, and his banshees in trouble. Warshout, as you heard. Down goes the Warlock yet again, I think. Gonna get shot down or retreat. Yes. Techmarine also goes down. Falling apart here are these 2 bottom players for the blue team. Here are the Rangers sliding across the ground, which they often do while setting up. A bit weird. Sniper infantry, and they're going to get forced off here, maybe even go down. Losing 2 models. They should get away though. Yep. Wow, these sentinels really allowing red team to push this central area. Can be really incredibly annoying to deal with more than 1 sentinel in a team game, because you're going to have so much support in a double area. Force commander is going to revive the Techmarine. The Warlock has actually repurchased himself, which is silly. Wasted 250 rec, and look at the map. Red team completely all over it. Lord General loses his retinue members. His sentinels need to be careful now, backing away. He's got no repair support. 1 squad back at base. The other guardsman squad getting away with a single model, and Catechins on the way. These sentinels need to be very careful. Where are the Rangers? That's their biggest threat. Take about 1/3 of their health with each shot, I think. Warboss almost takes down the force commander. In fact, he does go down. Now has the bang bang hammer, as you see, with an area of effect buff and some really good damage all by itself as well. 75 DPS melee. Banshees chasing him down with aspect of strength. Just saw the kinetic pulse knocking down these sluggers. Sentinels need to be incredibly careful. Rangers need to move up. Sluggers do get away. Shotgun blast from the Catechins, who are starting to drop models. There's the all reliable grenade launcher. Rangers moving up. One of these sentinels is done for. Bang. It's going to be taken down by bolter fire. Down it goes. He's going to lose his strategies if he's not careful. QuadWar falling asleep there in that engagement. Is this Sentinel even going to get away? Can the Rangers get one more shot? No, they can't. It does get away just about. Painboy on the field for Shiny Flash. And that was a pretty good push back from the blue team, but they should be bashing power right now. Why are they backing away? Really big, massive mistake from dcfrans and, well, all three players are here basically. sharkz has Tactical Marines here. NaaY running back to the bottom. They just forced off the Imperial Guard player really well and should have bashed gens. He's coming back top to worry about this contested power point, where he should be worrying about this power point. Tier 2 for dcfrans. He might be going for a quick dreadnought. We'll see how that goes, because now this power's been overrun and decapped. NaaY with a Guardian weapon team on the field. Warlock jumping into trouble, is going to go down yet again. Saved by the Banshees maybe. Where's their war shout? They are suppressed by aiming. What's that? There is the war shout, and that Warlock does live. Would have lived anyway without those Banshees, I think. Kommando with a really smartly used stun bomb to take those Tactical Marines out of the battle for a few seconds. 307, 425. I think it's a 6 or 5 second stun or something. Shuriken kind of setting up Assault Marines on the field for sharkz, leaping into combat and killing a few sluggers. QuadWar with a heavy weapon squad, a really heavy tier 1 from him. And why not? Double tax top from dcfrans. He's almost tier 2. A lot of power to go though to get a dreadnought or something. Might get a Razorback up, which would be pretty good. Triple gens and a node. Need their power back up as soon as they can. More sluggers on the way from Mehmu, who's lost a lot of stuff, that old player. And now Outwar, or QuadWar I should say, sorry, is in a bit of trouble. Now lose his cartridges, and does. Shuriken having trouble sitting up here. What's it up to? And wow, QuadWar losing a lot of stuff. Almost loses that Guardsman squad and is going to lose his Sentinel if he doesn't start moving it out. Why is this guy not shooting? 261, 425. Looks like the Sentinel is going to go down anyway. Big misplay from QuadWar. Just seemed to be overwhelmed by the multitude of targets there and forgot his movement. You got to keep the stuff moving. Positioning is so important in Dawn of War 2. 239, 425, triple cap for red team. But the comeback is on for blue. They needed to have a really good engagement or bash power. They had a really good engagement. They didn't bash power though, and that was still a mistake, I think. Tactical Marines trying to decap. There's a lot of stuff to shoot at them though, and they'll probably be forced off before they can cap. Yet they did decap though, so that was good play. Storm Boys on the field for Mehmu. Jump troops with power melee weapons, so they're incredibly dangerous to heavy infantry. And in tier 2 they get a Nob Leader who has a heavy melee knife and gives them a stun on land, so they become incredibly dangerous then. 191, 425. Tactical Marines being chased down by this Warboss. He's going to get at least one model unless they run away. They are running away and he's not chasing them anymore. Hard Boys on the Shooter Boys allows them to tank the damage of these Tactical Marines and take a model off them. That's pretty cool. Don't often see Hard Boys used in that way on shooters so they can tank a ranged firefight. Usually it's on sluggers or Storm Boys or on the Warboss himself. 175, 425, or a Nobs obviously late game. Here comes sharkz. Everyone tier 2 now apart from Mehmu. There's a jump from the Assault Marines, knocking down 2 squads. That was nicely done. And this is a dead Kommando Nob and taken down the Kommando Nob as well. Bunch of stuff leveled up. Techmarine is now level 4. Good grief. 163, 425, level 3 Warlock also. And another really good engagement. This is going to be a war shout, which is going to end the engagement. All this stuff's going to retreat most likely. Yes. 156, 425. War shout is such an awesome ability, but they're running into a heavy bolter from this heavy weapon squad and instantly forced off. Assault Marines are off the field, are they? Why did he retreat them? They have a sergeant now. And now he needs to try and... if he had his Assault Marines still in the field, he would have easily dealt with this, but as it happens, the Warlock can use his fleet to flank around and tie up this heavy weapon squad. Disruption from the special attack there as well. A Destructor. What's going on here though? Bash of power from Shiny Flash coming mid with his Painboy. Weirdboy is on the way. Both of them players should get Weirdboys, I think. Though we might see a Death Dread from Mehmu. since this is an awesome map for a Death Dread to bash power on. I think we can get it out quickly, especially Stone Guard veterans on the field for dcfrans. Still has no other units whatsoever. Stone Guard veterans can change their ammo types to combat all targets. First Company Tactical Marines, at the moment they have Hellfire rounds loaded in, denoted by that skull decorator. Damage over time versus light infantry and commanders, which is fantastic against Orks, of course, because they get no heavy infantry until tier 3. 124, 423. Force Commander with his Iron Halo up and Artificer. So it's going to be really tanky because Artificer also gives you more energy for your shield. Plasma Gun Tactical Marines, really? A really good ranged weapon, but usually preserved for heavy and super heavy infantry. So that was a bit of a mistake, I think. Should have left that upgrade open, or maybe even got a flamer up to bash, because they still haven't bashed, I don't think, at all, or maybe so. These guys are idle. Chimera on the field for QuadWar, a good choice, I think. Might force this guarding weapon team into purchasing a Bright Lance, although Techmarines are incredibly dangerous to vehicles, can use melter guns, Signum and orbs for all sorts of trouble. He does have Signum, also has refractor field though. 124, 391, 2-to-1 cap. Dire Avengers caught in a really bad position again. Poor positional play, and they are wiped out. Wraith Guard on the field though. And these guys are dangerous, but they don't want to fight Storm Boys in melee combat. There is that huge Knob Leader, and he is incredibly powerful. Has a ton of hit points as well. I think it's 350, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they have 1250 hit points now, and they start with 900. So it's 350 hit points and a heavy melee weapon with a stun on jump. That guy's crazy. Storm Boys, sorry, Tactical Marines capping. 124, 374, and again, absolutely no attempt to bash this power. Huge misplay from dcfrans. Weird Boy shot goes in. Has bigger brains already with over there, so he can throw in his Warboss is down, and he lost his Pain Boy as well. It's the drop pod. That was a really strange usage of a drop pod. No reinforcing off that. But he does get a Tactical Marine squad. That was a really strange usage of the drop pod. So now he has triple tax, well, 2 tax and a Stone Guard veteran squad. Bottom, this Chimera continues to be a problem. Techmarine is revived. He's level 6 now. Why does he not have a melter gun yet? Or a Master Coffee Bolter or something. Down goes the Lord General. 99, 374. Storm Boys jumping up. Back to safety. We have Ogrins on the way for QuadWar. That's interesting. So that Master Coffee Bolter might be a good idea now for sharkz to try and control those guys. He's gone for the melter gun though, so he's going to try and hunt down this Chimera. And that is the Distort Field, the Warlock Global on these Wraith Guard. Gives them some range damage reduction, almost finishing off the Chimera there. Wraith Guard do huge damage to all targets, wiping out, well, very nearly wiping out a Guardsman squad. In fact, they were taken down in retreat. They also suppress infantry and can't be suppressed themselves. They are vulnerable to melee, but are reasonably tough. As you can see there, have their Warlock leader, so they will get that Wraith sight, which improves their speed. What's this? Power harass from Shiny Flash. This player is doing a good job top. He's bashing power over and over again, which dcfrans can't seem to work out. He's bottom right now, leaving that power completely unguarded, even though his team has bottom. So this is another misplay. Not sure why he's come down here. Lord General's still down, and now power harass finally from the blue team. 72, 363. Lose this mid power though. Weird Boy also for Mehmu. There's that ranged basic attack which does plasma cannon damage. Thanks for whoever that was who pointed that out in the comments last time, which is a fantastic damage type, which is why it does so much damage to vehicles. Has the warp head. Foot of Fork is nasty. Also knocks you down in retreat, which makes it even more annoying. Techmarine gets the zap from the Weird Boy. Is this the same Chimera? I assume it is. Yes, it is. Fixed up by the Guardsmen. Here are those Wraith Guard again. Oh, Autarch drop. Nicely done. Mixed in with that suppression. Really good drop, and forcing off both of those squads. Now the Chimera is a lot more vulnerable without all that repair support. Warlock now jumping around, sub-commander for Eldar, really quick on her feet, can jump into combat, which knocks down enemies and also heals and buffs allies. Banshee's forced off. Warlock needs to be a little bit careful. The Warp Vomit stuns the Warlock, and Warlock's in trouble because Stormboys have found her. Yet NaaY leaving her on the field way too long. That was a nice ethereal slash from the Witchblade of Kurnus. 72, 340. Weird Boy throwing these guys out of danger, and down goes the Chimera. Big engagement there. 72, 337. Blue team retaining the bottom. Red team, they need a Manticore, don't they? QuadWar needs to get a Manticore up. Tactical Marines guarding this VP. Shiny Flash seems to be struggling to deal with these Tactical Marines. I suppose he didn't get Stormboys because of this Thunderhammer. But the Warboss should be having a much bigger effect than he seems to be having. He might have done a lot of stuff I didn't see. He does have Cyborg implants and the boss pole. He has upgraded sluggers, yes he does, and they're level 2 as well. Red team coming back out of base, trying to work out a way to fight back. Wraith Guard level 3 bashing power, so they are bashing power eventually. Really late bashes, but they're doing them. Down goes that generator, no attempt to defend. Single Wraith Guard squad. See, this was actually good play. He's bashing with a single unit, so if he's caught, only one unit is forced to retreat. Almost wiped out that squad, and there is the Foot of Gork, which knocks back those retreating Wraith Guard. Banshees just using their war shout and retreating Ogryns, chasing them down. Heavy melee squad that can disrupt. Really good for soaking up damage and leading the line. Warlock goes down. Yes, he does again. How many times has that Warlock gone down? You've seen the stats at the end of the game. Scout squad fully upgraded with shotguns, elite training, and their sergeants. They can throw grenades, shotgun blast, all sorts of good stuff. Great skirmisher unit with those upgrades. Blue team again backing away from the bash. Just finish it off. dcfrans very, very defensive. Now he's coming bottom again. Push your advantage mid, or decap this. Send your scouts up to decap. Looks like sharkz has the idea. He's got his scouts going up there. 72, 270. Is that an autocannon? It is. Good damage to all targets, small area of effect, and these things are quite scary, especially if you double them up. Blue team retaining bottom. Here comes a bunker, but QuadWar really needs a Manticore. Doesn't quite have the wreck. 72, 258. Might just go straight tier 3. Tier 3 all ready for Shiny Flash, and sharkz is almost there. He might drop a Venerable and make me very happy. Oh, that's the Lord General going down again. Stone Guard veterans with their Kraken bolts loaded in. Good versus heavy and super heavy infantry. And they've stolen the bunker immediately. And looks like these guys are getting Vanguard veterans. Yes, they are. Not sure exactly why he's going for that. But there we go. What's going on here? The scouts, wow, they finished the cap. Shiny Flash, quite slow to respond there. Was he bashing power or something? I'm not sure. He does have some flash kits with blasters, and that will really hurt this blob of Marines that dcfrans has a whirlwind now. He's floating a lot of resources as well, a hell of a lot of resources, and red team are going to get a 2-to-1 because they've taken both of the naturals. Tier 3 for NaaY. It's only QuadWar, Mehmu, and dcfrans still in tier 2 now. Red team need to take this back. What are they waiting for? Oh, it's Wraith Guard here. 72, 190. Rangers still around, almost level 4. He's done quite well with these guys. Here are the Vanguard veterans. And there is a jump to initiate the engagement from the Stormboys, who instantly take some friendly fire from their Weird Boy, and the Knob Leader goes down. So these guys need to get out of here. Oh, maybe not. There's the Warp Vomit saving them, but they do run away anyway. Shooter Boys are way too close here. There's the Kommando of level 5. Absolutely no war gear. Wow, mark target on sluggers, but they do get away. And yeah, not a very good engagement there for the red team. Not at all. They're going to lose the Weird Boy. Yep, down he goes. Now he's going to fly around a bit and explode. Here are the Vanguard veterans. Thunderhammer, Lightning Claw, and 2 Power Swords, and red team have locked up the top of the map. Mehmu was alone, perhaps he didn't realise, no communication that I saw that these guys might be on voice chat or something. Guardsmen with plasma guns, both of them in fact, and all their squad leaders. Ogren's backing away. Where's that whirlwind? There it is. Let's see how the whirlwind does for him. Ortok dropped again. That's another really good drop. But can he keep this thing alive now? Orbital. Wow, caught the Orks really well there. 2 squads of shooters. Also got the Weird Boy somehow right on the edge of the beam. Lift and blast, lift and blast. Weird Boy needs to run away. Or use Call the Boys or something. Weird Boy definitely needs to run though. There he goes. Thunderhammer Force Commander level 5 going ballistic. Where is that Warboss in there? There he is. Lost the indicator for him. 22-183 is in retreat though. So now QuadWar is all alone. Rocks spots it early and gets away without a single hit. Wow, big waste of that Rocks. Blue team now have the double cap 22-165 and they are in the ascendancy here. This heavy turret is a little bit of a problem since it has vehicle armor, so this Witchblade of Kronus is not doing much, and the Thunderhammer with its power melee damage is also not going to do a whole lot, but it will go down eventually. Going to try and cap under fire here, the Warlock. Maybe put the Stalk Field in himself. No, he's just going to run away. 22-137 double cap. What's this? It's a plasma cannon and a shuriken. That Lord General still down there, and that bunker still blue is on the edge of the raised platform.
The enemy is
Commandos called in by Mehmu. Really good disruption and DPS unit that can infiltrate, and their squad leader gets a rocket launcher. What is this though? It's Terminators. Yes, assault Terminators on the field from dcfrans. That's a unique Terminator variant to that commander. Thunderhammers and Storm Shields walking through everything and smacking you in the face, chasing down commandos right now. 22-101. Down goes that commander knob, trying to be sneaky, not sneaky enough. Ogrins, ouch, get marked targeted and are getting shot to ribbons here. Stone Guard veterans using They Shall Know No Fear, and now the Vanguard veterans in the thick of it. There's a Warboss buffing all of this stuff with his Bang Bang Hammer. Massive engagement here. Weird Boy gets his Warp Vomit off, nicely used. Here come the Orks, a massive wave of Greenskins. Can the Space Marines and Eldar forces hold? Predator tank getting shots in, needs to keep edging this thing back. Foot of Warp on the plasma cannon. Bang! Whoa! Wipes them off the face of the map. That is how dangerous that thing is. If you're under the foot, you are gone. Commandos getting shots in on the shuriken, trying to force it off, which is now suppressed. What was it suppressed by? Oh, probably these shooters. 22-69 single cap for blue. What is this? The Venerable Dreadnought, please. I love Venerable Dreadnoughts, I think it is. Yes. Unique Walker to the Techmarine. This thing kicks ass, can charge into combat, has the Emperor's Fist, and 1750 hit points, as you can see. Not sure what these guardsmen are trying to accomplish here. Might have just been forgotten. He's going to lose them, I think. No, they live. Somehow they live. 2 hit points with the 2 squad leaders, but down they go. 2250. Is that the whirlwind getting shots? What is that? Yes, it is. All the way back here. We have lightning claws on the assault terminators, and every bit as badass as they look. 70 power melee DPS with a splash. They tear apart all infantry in the game pretty much. Warlock, what is he up to? He's level 9 though. He's done well here. Providence, Warp Throw, and Witchblade of Kronus. I think he's gone down at least 3 times. But he must have killed a hell of a lot of stuff. Here comes the Ortok with her spear, jumping into combat, healing up and buffing that Warlock. But he might have bitten off a bit more than he can chew. There's a last ethereal slash before he goes down. Killed so much stuff, and that got him to level 10. Just leveled up off those ethereal slashes, I think. Venerable Dreadnought just standing at the front of the army there, taking shots from tank busters and the Commando Nob, the Commando of the Nob squad, I should say. I suppose technically he is a Commando Nob. Rocks, not good for blue team, especially this Imperial Fist player who does get away just about, but lost a bunch of stuff. He's going to lose his Venerable here. 22-30, just desperately trying to stop this decap. It's so close at the end. Down goes the Venerable. This is now Stoicism, but he does stop the cap. Heroic stuff. Constant inspiration and 10 seconds of improved damage before it goes down. Down it goes. Blue team have it with a 2-1. See a council coming bottom, but they have it. And there is the game. dcfrans level 6 Force Commander seemed a little bit timid. Should have been a bit more aggressive pushing his power and decapping this a few times. But hey, look, he has a full roster of stuff. I don't think he lost the unit, did he? Shiny Flash, level 4 Warboss, level 4 Lord General, level 5 Commander Nob, level 10 Techmarine, level 10 Warlock. Thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.